Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Dorbin number 167D dark brown aluminum interlocking threshold is what this is. The 167 is representative of that profile that you see there. The D means that you're going to have a dark brown aluminum finish. Okay, dark brown is what Dorbin calls this. Also available in a mill aluminum finish as well. That would be a 167A. Now, this is an interlocking threshold. Interlocking thresholds are very, some old technology remains decades later to still be the best technology. And I think, for me, that applies to an interlocking threshold. Here's what I mean. They're an elegant solution because they make a positive mechanical seal at the bottom of a door, is what they do. So what happens, but that's not all that they do, and we'll get to that in a moment. So an interlocking threshold like this, here's what you're dealing with. The threshold itself, with this profile, and then this piece of zinc J strip, use your imagination, see why we call it a J, or a hook strip. This gets nailed to the bottom of the door, and when the door closes, that interlocks just like that, making for an incredibly positive, incredibly effective, long-lasting sort of seal. Okay, that's what these are used for. Talk more about that hook strip in a moment. Now, another reason what makes these very elegant solutions is, and while this threshold is not prepared for it, you could provide a weep hole sort of principle to this threshold. Now, down here in the trough, we could discreetly drill a hole here and maybe another one there, and discreetly file a little bit to the face of this threshold such that if any water got into the trough, it would be directed back and out. Okay? You can also then take it beyond that and order, and you'd have to reach out to us to order it, at least currently, a water pan, which is a thin piece of sheet metal that just sets underneath the threshold and on top of the sill, so that if there was any possibility for water, it would get on that sill and exit right out the way it came, that sort of thing. So let's talk about this threshold dimensionally first. There is an image below this video showing everything important dimensionally about the threshold. This is an incredibly common size for residential applications, meaning it's 4 1/4 wide. More importantly, well, at least as importantly, it's 7/8 tall. So if you're going to have a door with about a 1-inch undercut, this is the thing for you, no doubt. Absolutely. The width of the saddle portion, the fluted portion up top that the door is going to reside over, is 1 1/8, less of a critical dimension. Now that hook strip, that's a piece of zinc material, okay, zinc coated for corrosion resistance. Again, called a J strip. It's dimensionally, and this part number is a 32Z as in Zulu, by the way. That is about 15/16, and then about 1/4 inch. That bird's mouth there is going to allow a bit of tolerance in terms of the undercut, but you're going to want to be about 1/8 of an inch, something in that range, or at least enough to fit this flange here. And I like the Dorbin design because you can see there's a little giddy-up. This is not exactly flat. So you will apply it to the bottom of your door using nails here, and then as you can see, it kicks down a little bit to give you the small amount of clearance for the head of a nail. Now, speaking of that, fasteners are included for everything here. You're going to get the nails, as you can see, and then the screws for the threshold itself are mixed in there. And they look to be about a number 10 by 1 3/4, something in that range, wood screw. So as stated before, I like these solutions because they're smart and they're very effective. I've seen these thresholds. These thresholds are known to exist as the day they were put in for decades. And really, the only time that you have any trouble with an interlocking threshold is if the hook strip gets damaged unintentionally. Someone might leave a shoe or a rug or something in front of the door, and someone tries to pull the door closed over it. It will damage the hook strip if you've mounted it, flush to the bottom of the door. Some people will mortise the bottom of the door so that it's not flush and actually held back up a little bit, you would be able to mortise that so that you've got a little bit more of the door hanging down back here. To get my picture. Or over years and years, the hook strip can become fatigued, but it's generally damaged, or it's repurposing a door, or getting a new door and you can't pull the hook strip off because there's 20 nails that are holding it in. It's less expensive to buy one of these. These are just a few dollars, okay? And that's really it. That's why these work so well. Now this is a 42-inch piece. If you had need to cut yours down, if you ordered a 42-inch piece and discovered later that you needed 36-inch, you'd have to eliminate that countersink there. The point being is if you ordered a custom length, we will locate the countersink at the proper distance from the edge and the proper center to center as well. So keep that in mind. Now Dorbin is a comprehensive manufacturer of all things weather stripping related, not only residential interlocking thresholds like this, but commercial material, perimeter gasketing, door sweeps, material made of aluminum like this, stainless steel, architectural bronze, and they have a comprehensive offering of bronze, and zinc weather stripping for wood double hung windows. Any questions on the Dorbin 167D interlocking threshold or any other Dorbin product, please feel free to reach out to us.